Alright, Budget Magic, blue-white tempo in standard. This hand looks pretty reasonable. Evolving Wilds. Well, let's go Tranquil Cove, pass the turn. So we pretty much just want to bounce all of our opponent's stuff, tempo them out with Harbinger, Reflector Mage, Icefall, and then eventually win the game. Just by being so much more mana efficient. What are we up against? Blue-black. There's a Jace. Well, let's go with the Prairie Stream here. Opponent loots with Jace. Pitches to DC's Faithful. So this is a rally deck. By the looks. And Catacomb Sifter. I think we just go Crumbling Vestige, add blue mana. And then Reflector Mage, bounce the Jace. Pass the turn. So we definitely want to be able to counter their rally if we can. They have a Reflector Mage of their own. Evolving Wilds. Gets in with Sifter and the Scion. Another negate. Well, let's just pass the turn, see what our opponent does. We can always cast Harbinger with Flash. Here comes the tax. Tax with everything. Alright, let's Harbinger. Bounce Catacomb Sifter. And then eat the token. Another Reflector Mage. Opponent is all in on Reflector Mage. We are not drawing a fifth land, unfortunately. Well, let's the DC's Faithful. No exploit. Reflector Mage. Bounce Reflector Mage. Pass the turn. Zulaport Cutthroat. And Jace. Alright, let's draw a land here, would be nice. Quarantine Field, alright. We will Quarantine Field to get rid of the Jace. Still not drawing the lands we need, though. We know our opponent has another Reflector Mage and the Catacomb Sifter in hand. They draw the fifth land. Catacomb Sifter. So then I guess they can sack the token to Reflector Mage if they really want to. Looks like that's the plan. Oh, Husk, okay. We draw the plains, so let's just Icefall Regent. Tap down the Husk. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have rally right here. If we can make it one more turn without the rally. Another Cutthroat, jeez. And the Reflector Mage. That is annoying. We gotta hope we keep drawing lands. They're going to attack with everything? Well, we get to just block and block. Take no damage. Haven of the Spirit Dragon. So let's quarantine field, targeting the husk. Sacks it, drains a couple, gets a scry. So we're pretty much committed to leaving up negate at this point, because we can't let them resolve a rally. But we did get rid of the sack outlet. Our mana base is a little awkward. It would be nice if we had more blue mana so we could Harbinger and leave up negate. Alright, we are going to take 2, unfortunately. Another sack outlet. And a Grim Haruspex. Oh god. Well, Silk Wrap isn't bad. Silk Wrap. Get rid of the Haruspex. And I guess we just gotta pass the turn. Problem is we need another land before we can really do anything. And we're getting to the point where we're just gonna die from our opponent beating us down with these obnoxious creatures. Especially with the cutthroats on the battlefield. Because we're taking 4 here, so really, like, just the creatures dying is gonna kill us. So I think we gotta take the risk here and play Harbinger. If they have the rally, we lose, but we can't just do nothing, or we lose. Alright, bounce to Eiley. Our opponent does have rally. Collected Company. For Reflector Mage and Elvish Visionary. Yeah, that does it. Alright. So, against this deck, Wizards hasn't given us a way to fight the graveyard. I guess Stasis Snares over Sidisi's Faithful and just try it like that. Alright, game 2 against 4-color Rally. Alright, I guess we hope we draw lands. We have a lot of good cards. Will we get to cast them? Following Wilds, get a Plains. Island, go. If we keep drawing lands, this hand seems pretty sweet. Opponent has nothing? Alright, well let's Crumbling Vestige, add white, and Eldrazi Displacer. Pass the turn. Well, we are drawing lands, so that's good. One more and we're good. We got our Ojutai and Icefall online. So our opponent have Reflector Mage. Gonna start doing this again. Fleshbag Marauder. Alright, sure. Well, we can't cast Cruise yet. But I guess we can Reflector Mage, just to have it out there. Some sort of threat. The rest is going to take our Treasure Cruise, unfortunately. It's actually looking forward to resolving that. Jace. Well, land would be nice. Now let's just Reflector Mage the Jace. Keep getting it, start getting in there. See if we can tempo our opponent out. That's the plan. So bounce the Jace, they can't replay it this turn. We got a Stasis Snare in our back pocket. And got some dragons that'll come down eventually. Eiley, Eternal Pilgrim. Well, let's Silk Wrap. Get rid of the Eiley. Keep attacking. Opponent's down to 11. We're getting close. And they don't really have much fuel for a rally at the moment. Elvish Visionary. And then probably Jace, I assume. Jace. Well, that's Stasis Snare to get rid of the Jace. Keep attacking. Having all this enchantment-based removal actually helps, because we're not putting those cards in the graveyard for a future rally. Almost got... Oh, they must have Collected Company. Do we want to attack? How do we get blown out? By a lot of things. And we still... Man, if we had drawn the land here... Alright, I guess we just got to pass. Land is what we needed. If we had been able to play an Ojutai, that would have changed things up a lot. Catacomb Sifter and another Jace. So our opponent's going to be able to flip the Jace, get back the Collected Company, get a bunch more creatures, and loot in the process. Well, that was our window. If we had drawn a land to play Dragonlord Ojutai, we likely just win that game. But the window, I think, is closed now. Cracks Windswept Teeth. Cutthroat. Den Protector. Negate. Alright, let's Quarantine Field. To get rid of the Cutthroat, I guess. If we target the Jace, they'll just flip it in response. So it doesn't really do us any good, even though we would like to get rid of it. Ay, ay, ay. This was a bad time to get stuck on lands. I'm assuming our opponent just flashes back the Collected Company. Either that or they wait and try to... Yeah. They're just going to flash back Collected Company. Gets a Reflector Mage. And that's all. Well, we are still sort of running live to just drawing an untapped land and slamming a dragon. We'll just take our beats and not give them the scry. Instead, a Reflector Mage. I gotta be able to cast one of them. Oh, can't cast spells with the same name. Well, Well, in that case, I guess we just quarantine field. Hit the... probably Den Protector, I guess. Maybe Catacomb Sifter is more problematic. Yeah, I guess we hit Den Protector. We've had... oh, it was a Haruspex. We've had a lot of turns to draw a 5th land, and we just haven't been able to get there. Got our opponent down to almost 1 dragon attack. Pumps up the Jace. Merciless Executioner kills our Reflector Mage. And probably the Scion. Yep. Oh no, kills the Merciless Executioner. So now even playing a dragon doesn't necessarily do it, because they can just rally back a bunch of a Merciless Executioner. So we take damage down to 11. Still not a land. Alright, let's Reflector Mage. Bounce the Scion token. We don't have a land for countering a rally. Jace pumps up. Goes to attacks. Hits us for 3. Down to 8. Husk. Well, there's land. I think it's too late, though. I guess we can Reflector Mage, bounce the Husk. Pass the turn. The other thing is now if they want to rally, they can use Jace to flash back to rest to take our negate. They have a Reflector Mage of their own. Pumps it up. Take 3. And Eiley. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Reflector Mage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that does it. Jeez. If we had drawn the lands earlier, I think we win that game.